want to do is a bit of a first exercise. A first exercise is this, okay? I want us all to take a deep breath. I can't see you on the screen, so I'm going to assume we're all doing it. I want you to take a deep breath. In through the nose, hold it, hold it, hold it, hold it, and out through the mouth. What we just did then and what we just realized was that you are no longer as young as you once were. That was the last time you were that young. That then was the last time you were that young. I'm using this one because Chris said to me this morning when we had a quick call together, he said, breathe in, breathe out. That was the last time you were that young. What also that represents is everything back there. Guys, I've got my back to you right now because I'm trying to look back in the past because that's where we believe the past is. That's everything back there now, okay? That's everything back there now. That's the past. That's an old identity. That's a past limiting belief. That's a past expression that we can't be this. That's a past expression that I don't know what to do. That's a past expression that I'm not a marketer. I'm not a salesperson. I've never learned Facebook ads. I've never learned Instagram ads. That's me being a PT. That's me being a tradie. That's me being in a bad situation. That's me like, see guys, I could say this all day. But what I am now is in my current reality and I'm focused on my end result of what I want my future reality to look like. So as you're watching this, guys, I want you to start to think about that fact. Breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out. And every breath you take is literally stepping you one step away from the past of what you were doing. You're no longer as young as what you once were. The oxygen that's been consuming your body, the breaths through your lungs, the seconds and minutes on the hands of your watch are now going and ticking forward, okay? You're no longer that age. You're no longer that young. So guys, the thing I want to really reiterate on today's session, and I'm going to hammer this the whole way home, is this is a time in your lives to no longer sit there and say, I will do this if, I will do this when, in time. Give me a little bit more time, okay? What my main message to each and every one of you is going to be time. And coming back to the students that we just celebrated just then, the common theme amongst every single student, and Vanessa, I can see your hand there before, so sorry that I didn't get to you. Vanessa said to me when she committed to private was this fact, this exact fact. James, I don't have the effing time to waste. That was exactly how she said it. Janine and I, Vanessa and I both swear a bit. So we got along really well. I don't have the effing time to waste. Vanessa, was that pretty much exactly what you said? I don't have the effing time to waste. So if you're on this now and you're just here to tick a box and say, I watched a bit of information about digital marketing and heard a guy talk about a testimonial and just sat there and believed that he's too far above me, I can never get there, and he talks really quick and he's doing it right now. If you're sitting here doing that now and you're not actually looking to see a progression for this and you're just going to waste time for the next 90 minutes, I invite you to hop off. I invite you to hop off and go, you know what? I'm not going to waste time, because I would feel super internally shit about myself right now if the 70 participants that we have on right now aren't getting value from what I'm about to deliver, because I'm not here to waste your time. Okay. That is your most precious commodity. So guys, what I'm going to be talking about is this fact. Time is what we are all seeking. It's what we are all after. It's what we all wish we could have more of. I literally sat at dinner last night and I said to my partner, because Scott was messaging me whilst I'm eating dinner, so I'm doing that with one hand, drinking and eating with the other hand, and I'm like, there's just not enough time in the bloody day. But what I realized at that moment was there is enough time in the day. It's what I'm prioritizing in my day in order to make me have more time, and what I'm prioritizing is what's moving the needle forward. Scott spoke about this yesterday. As he was talking, in my head, I'm like, all right, move the needle forward. But I'm thinking more of like a javelin. Let me break that off the odometer and throw it forward faster. That's how I'm thinking. Let me break that needle off and see how far I can throw it. Like whatever's moving the needle forward, guys, that's what we should be in the focus of today. Okay. So basically, guys, the big thing about this, David, yes, we can. Scott, can you please get record of that? Or Cookie, David wants more information about the program. So guys, the big thing about this, guys, is this fact. Digital marketing gives you time. Digital marketing gives you leverage. Digital marketing gives you the capacity to be able to leverage the amount of minutes, seconds, hours in a day. Okay. But how, James? That's what we're thinking right now. So I'm going to share my case study and I'm going to explain this to you. Okay. When I started this, I had an hourly rate. My hourly rate situated between $35 an hour to $60 an hour, depending on what job I was doing at the time. $35 an hour for demolition asbestos removal, $60 to $70 an hour for personal training. I was a cheap personal trainer, by the way, guys. Had a lot of limiting beliefs, didn't think I could charge more. So I was really cheap. Didn't have a lot of clients, but I was cheap. So I had a really shit belief system around that. $35 an hour, $60 an hour. So no matter how many hours in the day I was working, I couldn't get outside of this threshold. My best ever week in business for that was $2,000, working 2 jobs. Who here is in that situation? Who here is in that situation? Working 2 jobs, trying to gain more money. Who's in that situation? Because if I'm talking about this now, we're on the right call. Who's in that job? Give me a yes or give me a me in the chat bar. Because guys, I'm going to tell you exactly. Let's keep commenting yes if you want to learn exactly how I went from 0 to $1 million. How did I do it in less than 12 months? Give me a yes or a hell yes if you want to know the exact formula. I spoke about it yesterday, the start of it. Who wants to know the exact formula? The exact formula. There's a lot of yeses coming in. I need to see more. I need to see 70 yeses, 70 yeses, 70 yeses. Let's go. Hell yeah. If I can see 70 yeses, I'll tell you. Okay? You see the exact formula, guys. This exact formula, because this is exactly what I did. Okay? First of all, we spoke about yesterday the fundamentals of Facebook marketing. That in itself is a skill set that I personally charge at the moment $1,250 a week for 2 hours worth of my time. Good little way to make a bit of an extra hourly rate. So $625 an hour would be my average input from my agency clients. Okay, not a bad way to make money. It is 10 times what I used to believe my hourly rate was. $60 an hour as a personal trainer was the highest hour I used to charge. $625 an hour is what I charge to consult businesses to turn their marketing on. Because I only do about 2 hours of input per week. So Facebook ads. So write that down. Write this down again. Facebook ads. Facebook ads is the number one thing. The next thing is a system, okay? Which is what we do, what we teach, a system. So take the Facebook ads, place them into a system of creation that creates the number one thing that most businesses, or if not all businesses need, which actually it is the number one thing all businesses need, a quality lead, okay? My Herbalife mentor used to say to me, he's like, James, the reason as to why you are so successful at this, as well as everything else you do, is because you have the ability to create a highly qualified prospect and lead. If you're a networker or affiliate marketer, that's the number one problem most people have. They don't have leads, or they don't have quality leads. You know what? Network marketing isn't different to everyday businesses. Businesses don't have quality leads. How do I know that? Because every single person I talk to doesn't have enough quality leads, okay? Because as a lot of you are on here right now, you're thinking this, that, Facebook, Instagram, Google, what should I be learning here? I've got to be better speaker, I've got to be a better salesperson, I've got to be this, I've got to be that. No. Start to master Facebook ads and then master a system. Pretty easy if you're already in the certification TAP system, because what that then creates is a value proposition. So this bottle was sold at 1 cent or 2 cents or whatever it was sold at initially to the company that does soda water. Okay, so it's a Coles brand soda water. The liquid inside of that has a bit of carbonated oxygen in it, so therefore it then goes to a 75-cent value. But initially, this was a 1 or 2 cent bottle that has value. Okay. But if that bottle doesn't get sold and that production doesn't get made and the thing doesn't get done, the inflation of the water and the bottle and this and that doesn't get increased because people don't buy it, then it doesn't exist. So what's more valuable than the bottle and the water? What's more valuable than the bottle and the water? The lead, me coming into the store to buy the water. I am more valuable to that than this. Does that make sense, guys? Can you guys understand that? Can you guys understand that? Give me a yes in the chat box. Because if we don't have a customer to drive to the product does not exist. Okay? It is obvious. It's super obvious. So when we want to create value, or when we want to create, obviously, value is a direct reflection. Money is direct reflection of the value which you bring to other people's life. When you want to create more money, you need to find something that's valuable. Personal training, I thought was super valuable. I was like, yeah, I'm going to heap of value here. I'm going to help people get ripped. I'm going to help them change their life. I'm going to help people that are overweight save their life, you know? Wrong. People don't perceive it that way. In fact, it's one of the lowest paying industries in Australia. But in my head, I was like, freedom, personal training. Scott, you're an ex-PT. Give us a yes that you understand that one as well, bro, because you were doing that too. It is one of the lowest paying jobs. The other thing about PT is you think you're free. You're actually starting at 5 a.m. in the gym, up at 4:30, start at 5 a.m. Then you work till the gym till like 8 or 9. Then you got like a lull period for like 3 or 4 hours. Then you go, then you sit around and do nothing. You don't work on a side hustle. Then you got the rest of the afternoon. Who here right now is in a job and they sit there and comment yes? If you sit there and think to yourself, I offer so much freaking value to this business and all I get paid is this. Who has that feeling right now? Who has that feeling? Yep. Yes. Oh my God, me. Yes, yes, yes. You have that feeling right now because the level of perceived value. Luke, by the way, if you see Luke Barry commenting, he's one of my best mates, grew up in childhood. So if anyone wants to know if what I'm telling is truthful, he can be the voice of reason. I might even get him on live. Yeah, we have been friends since kindergarten. He's currently doing plumbing and that's why he's on here because he doesn't want to be a plumber anymore. Okay. So guys, the reason as to why I'm saying this is because all that's happening currently in our life isn't that we need to be more of a personally developed person. We need to be a better salesperson. We need to be a better marketing person. We need to be this. We need to be that. We just need to have a more valuable proposition to the marketplace in which people are needing things of value. Okay. Marketing, 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 marketing. So step one, learn Facebook ads. That just created, like if I was a stock, if I was like freaking Bitcoin or something, when I was a personal trainer and doing demolition, I was like 0.002 cents as a Bitcoin. But now my stock's raised to like freaking $28,000. You know what I mean? My stock raised, I raised my own personal stock. Guys, are these metaphors making sense? Let's raise your personal stock. Let's raise your personal stock price. Because right now you're thinking, I need to learn everything else. The number one raise of a stock price to a business is that you can do something they can't. You can offer a solution to a problem they currently have in their life. The number one problem every single business has, they don't have enough leads. So why go and learn everything when all you need to learn is one thing that adds value? The metaphor I've used for a lot of you that I've sold into this program, guys and girls, I try to tailor it, but the number one thing I keep coming back to is become a carpenter. You're doing your carpentry apprenticeship. And the number one thing you learn to do is swing doors. The house is built, but nobody in town can swing doors. So therefore you've got a house with all the goods and everything inside, but nobody else knows how to swing doors. So you've got all these open homes, literally. How good's a house if it doesn't have a locking door? It doesn't have a door that can lock. It's not a house, it's a shanty, it's a shack, you know? So you become the person that controls the door. So we call it the tap system. So Baz being a plumber, you'd understand the tap. We control the door to businesses. We lock it, we unlock it, we flood it in, we flood it out. We unlock that for people. Imagine having that value. If you had that and you were the only person that knew how to do it out of hundreds and thousands of people or millions of people, you don't have to learn to build the house. Everyone else can do that. You just lock the door. Because people don't want to buy houses they can't lock their goods up in. Would you agree? Give me a yes if you agree with that, guys. Give me a yes if you agree with that.